I'm currently 100 miles deep in the remote Idaho wilderness with a group of strangers. We have been on the trail for nearly 8 hours, and some might begin to question if this is where I'm supposed to be. But I'm following George from South West Idaho Overland as he crosses the entire state on his west to east route. And I can assure you, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Well, we just pulled into this tiny little town in Oregon. We just crossed over the Oregon border from Idaho, and everyone's just doing their final fuel up and things like that. We've got filling up our trucks, filling up our spare gas because we have a 200-mile leg, and I think that like 98% of that is off-road. So we have an awesome assortment of vehicles, which has me really excited. Everything from Dodge Durangos to built Jeep Gladiators and everything in between, full-size rigs. It's a really cool group. Excited to be out on this adventure. Gonna kind of showcase as many of the rigs as I can in this little intro, but you can see this awesome JK. Oh, it's making me miss the JK a lot. Totally built out Overland setup is sweet. Mark DeWalt, I'm not exactly how he pronounces his last name. He's actually out here from Oklahoma. I've been watching his channel for a long time, and he's got his new-ish Gladiator. He's had it for a couple of years now. You can see Durango back here. You got George's rig back there with the trailer. I'll try to get a better look of that, but there is an awesome assortment of vehicles here, which just adds to the adventure in my opinion. I just love seeing everyone out. Doesn't matter what they have, everyone's bringing what they brung, or riding what they brung, however you want to say it, and having a good time. Did maybe 3-4 miles on the pavement, and I'm assuming that we are back over into Idaho now. We were basically just right on the Oregon border, so maybe we still are, and we're on the dirt, just kind of going across some gravel roads. I guess there'll be a decent amount of 2-track today, which will be fun. But right now we're just on a nice little gravel road and making our way west to east overland route, which is pretty cool. But we took a few minutes to stop and air down. It's pretty washboardy, so it's definitely making a huge difference comfort-wise. To me, that's by far the #1 reason that you should air down on your trips, is to just increase that comfort. Just makes a really big difference. It's going to be pretty dusty trails today, I think, and it's pretty dry out here, but we're starting to get out into the hills, the rolling hills. Beautiful. Unique terrain in a lot of ways. You know, it reminds me some of Utah's West Desert, but there's definitely some elements to it, and there's a ton of lava rock, which, not that Utah doesn't have lava rock, there's quite a few places that have a bunch, but it's amazing to me just how dispersed it is. It's pretty much everywhere, ongoing for long periods of time out here, which is pretty interesting. So it'll be interesting to see how much lava rock we pass while we're out here. George from Southwest Idaho Overlanding has been working on this route for the past few years. His goal was to create a truly off-road overland route that crosses the entire state of Idaho. Putting together a trip like this takes a ton of effort. Multiple pre-runs by George and his friends. I feel honored that I was invited to come along. Please go follow his channel as he unveils the route in his own series. Setup here is not working. I've got my spare fuel just in this Trasharoo, and it's too heavy bouncing around. I'm cinching the buckles, so I'm gonna tighten it up and then come up with some other tightening method so I don't end up losing it. maybe just at dinner tonight or something, I'll just throw the fuel in, and then that way I'm not even packing it, but it's not gonna work. So what I've decided to do is just get this strap, hook it around the tire nice and tight, and then just use this carabiner up here, hold it in, so even if it fell, still just fall back into the bag. And then maybe at dinner time, I'll just put the fuel in, no reason packing it. Might as well carry it in the vehicle, and that's gonna keep it from sagging down. It just was rotating itself, so it was just getting lower and lower as the straps would bounce, so this will work. Oh, it's lunchtime. We've stopped out on the trail. Got a nice breeze going, so you're probably picking that up with the windsock, but man, it's been so much fun. We've had a little bit faster graded roads, and we've had a bunch of slow moving 2-track. It looks like this intersection here is going to put us back on a little bit more of a well graded road for a little bit. So we've just kind of stopped here, grabbing some lunch and just enjoying each other's company. Let me showcase a few of these rigs. I'm just going to walk by, let you see them really quick, because there's a bunch of really cool vehicles here. You can see Mark set up really nice. He's got his Rotopacks on here. He's got the truck rack, pull-out awning from 2030. This Tacoma, it's got the Topo Topper on it, which is a hat tip to Donald from Soft Roading the West.
Are you talking to Donald?
A little bit right now.
Okay, I got a message for him. This is all your fault, Donald. You're costing me money. Look at this. My nice, pretty new Topo is scratched.
Yeah, it's all dinged up, but it looks good. I like it. It's got a sweet setup. Awesome Colorado here pulling this teardrop. This incredible Jeep JK is decked out to the T's. You can see it's got his Rotopacks, there's jerry cans. That side mount off of the roof rack is really cool. I like that. Got another Colorado here. This is the dog heaven right there. This first leg was beautiful and surprising. I was so impressed with the rolling golden hills, jagged rugged lava rock, and stunning blue skies. Top it off with a group of fun and interesting adventurers, and it makes for a perfect day along the trail. Pulled off for a minute to check out this incredible cabin back behind us called Harveys Place. Man, this would be a really tough place. Sounds like it was like a cattle or cow
Cowboy shack.
something like that. So anyways, we've stopped to just take a look at it. You can see there's interesting things. They actually have like concrete in the walls. I'm assuming that was just to help with the form of it. It definitely has a modernized roof. Someone put that on there probably to preserve it, is my guess, BLM or something, but it's really impressive. This is rugged terrain. I wouldn't want to do anything out here where I wasn't in a modern vehicle to be able to leave with, that's for sure. But it's cool. Check this out. Well, it makes sense why that cabin or shack is here. There is a really beautiful flowing natural spring that just pops up out of the ground right over there. This is like mid-September and it's still flowing really well. I'm sure in the spring this is absolutely beautiful and was probably an amazing place to raise cows or sheep, whatever they were doing out of here. I would love to be able to go back in time and just be a fly on the wall and see life here during that type of environment and time frame, because I'll bet it was really unique. This is rugged, tough place. It's rugged, tough people who do stuff like this that did that. And man, I'm glad that I can be here to experience some of that history. What a really, really awesome place to stop along this incredible trip. Just metal strewn all around, like a lot of the mining uranium cabins that you find in Utah. There's this really big gorge out here ahead of us. I don't know if we're going to be able to get right next to it, but you can see it in the distance, and man, it looks so awesome. Man, that is so cool. Standing next to this to give you some perspective, this is stacked taller than I am at 6'2", and it's like 2 feet wide, and this is a big structure. I don't know how many feet, but I don't know exactly what it was. There's a bunch of wood here, but it doesn't necessarily look like it was a cabin. It looks to me more like some type of a corral system, and maybe instead of hauling wood out here, they were just pulling lava rock off of that massive mountain of lava rock and stacking it. But that had to have taken just absolute incredible amounts of effort and time to build this. And it's definitely fallen down, but relatively in good shape considering how long it has probably been here. This thing is really cool. It's hard to tell with the view because there's kind of a shadow coming in, but this mountainside up here, there's a bunch of sage and stuff, but you can also just see loads of lava rock, and I'm sure they were just packing lava rock from there and other places that it fell around here and stacking this structure. You can see it comes down here too. This thing is absolutely massive. Well, I can't say that it's super surprising that very rural Idaho has homesteads in it. What is surprising though is how cool this one is. I love homesteads in general, so maybe I'm easy to impress, but that is incredible. Like, just with how massive those walls are and all built by that lava rock all stacked on top of it. It's just, man, that is a really, really cool. Whenever I see stuff like that, I just think about the effort and time that had to go into building it, and just, I don't know, it's inspiring and impressive to me. After a long but beautiful day, we found our way to an open spot big enough for our group to camp. The evening was spent eating, chatting, and getting to know each other better. If you want to catch the rest of this series, please like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.